Easy guys, Dom here from Cringy Dad Gaming. So welcome to episode 4 of my Pure Survival series. In the last episode we had checked out the prison, managed to make it in and out alive, but didn't really find any decent gear. We left that area and found a cave where we just set up camp for the night, and early in the morning we headed out in a westerly direction, just looting a few areas along the way. Really foraging for food, things like mushrooms and vegetables. As we continued west through the foresty area, we did find a small village. Here was a couple of decent sized vegetable patches, and we managed to find a decent amount of vegetables just to sustain us as we continued to loot the areas. On exploring the area further, we found this small military outpost where, after killing the puppets in this area, we did discover a little bit more ammunition and a couple of magazines for our 9mm pistol. In the area we also discovered a few World War II bunkers, and on exploring these discovered not only a few different types of World War II rifles, a scope and some ammo, but also an MRE, which kept us going up until the point where we found a nice little location in the woods where we decided to pitch a temporary camp in order to be able to make a storage box to be able to offload some of our gear. Cold and hungry, it's at this point where we need to venture into the woods to hunt. Can we track down the wildlife before starvation sets in? Let's find out in episode 4 of Pure Survival. Well, I've just woke up and it's quite cold. I think the mornings are usually a little colder. We are still in that area that's not as warm as the southern part of the map. So, I mean, we've got our fire here, but it's not really doing the job. I think we should probably get up and go off and try and find some wildlife to hunt. I've found quite a lot of vegetables and mushrooms from foraging, but to be honest with you, my character really needs some meat in his diet. Man cannot sustain himself off mushrooms alone. Luckily enough, we found an M1 rifle and some ammo for it, nice scope, and also a weapon cleaning kit. So we've managed to be able to get this M1 rifle up and running, and it's gonna be pretty decent for hunting, I think. Unfortunately, I haven't got a suppressor for it. If we do actually hunt an animal, we can use its skin to be able to make a water skin, which is kind of like a improvised water bottle to a certain extent. So once we've done that, we can probably craft one of our water bottles into an improvised suppressor just to make our rifle a little quieter. For now though, we're going to have to go loud. So the wildlife in this game can be quite hard to locate. We've got loads of mushrooms in this area. I mean, we're going to try and take maybe a few. I've got quite a lot in my storage box back at our camp, but you know, I'm just aware that mushrooms aren't going to sustain us for too long. We need to get our carbs and fibre up as well. They're still really low. So really, at this point, we've got to explore wooded areas like this where we could potentially find animals. We've got to listen very carefully as well, because you will hear the sound of the animals once you're quite close to them. We've also got to be careful for puppets roaming as well, because sometimes you will find puppets just randomly in the woods. Sometimes there can be a few, sometimes it can just be a single one. So as much as it's not going to be as intense as it was in the prison in the last episode, we've still got to be aware that there could be some puppets lurking. And it looks like there's some corn over there, but we've already foraged for quite a lot of vegetables. And we did actually craft up a vegetable type stew in a cooking pot that we found back at camp. So we've still got that. I don't think I need to worry about any more vegetables. I think I just spotted something over here. Yeah, look, there's a puppet there. And it looks like one, but you just never know. Let's get a little bit closer before we take a shot. It's going to be our chance to be able to test out this rifle. The great thing about having a scope weapon now means we're able to engage puppets and also hunt wildlife at a further distance. And he's just behind that tree. Let's move up just a little closer. There we go. That shot was on target. Awesome. The M1 rifle doesn't seem to be too bad for this sort of thing, at least. It's got a relatively decent sized round in it. Should be able to take down most enemies in one hit. Should be able to hunt most wildlife with one shot as well. So not a bad rifle. Better than the hunting rifle. We found a couple of hunting rifles that they're quite badly damaged. And even though we've got a fair bit of ammo for that hunting rifle, if we was to have one, we still haven't found a hunting scope yet. I think we were just lucky that the World War II bunkers that we located in these areas had pretty much everything we needed for the M1. You know, the scope, a couple of clips, the ammo, everything that we needed to get it up and running. Because otherwise we'd be out here hunting with the AK-47. And because my guy got so heavy, we decided to leave that AK-47 back at the base. I don't think we need to be carrying two rifles with us. We only need one right now. We've got our pistol as a backup, so our 9mm handgun. So you should be alright at close quarters with that. The wildlife can sometimes be quite difficult to find. It is really kind of hit and miss if you're going to find any. I find that harder to find up in the snowy region. I'm guessing it's because it's so cold. Or at least it seemed that way when we were up there. I didn't see any wildlife at all for the whole time we were up there. I just hear something there. Yeah, I can definitely hear some sort of animal there. At least I think it's an animal. I'm hoping it is, not a puppet. Like a groan type of sound. Can't see any movement. There's a lot of bushes. Got to try and be really quiet, because if it is an animal, we can spook them very easily. that? I can definitely hear something behind this tree, I think. Well, that sounds like a horse. Yeah, it's a horse. On a donkey. Well, my guy isn't starving enough at this stage to murder a horse or a donkey. I don't really think they're the type of animals I'm looking for. We want the big game. We want something with decent amount of meat, like deer or boar, something like that. I mean, if my character was like seriously starving and I was about to die, then obviously I would hunt those. But at this point, I'm not going to be killing a horse or a donkey. And they're quite cute animals, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? I'm one of those softies when it comes to animals, unfortunately. But if I really, really needed to in a survival situation, then obviously I would, you know, because that's just the way it is, isn't it? You know, it's a circle of life. But there's definitely something else over there. Oh, now that's a wild boar. Do you see that? I think I just saw him in the bush. I think he got spooked. Something in the area spooked it, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, boar, wild boar. And we can track it using its hoof prints. There's something else over there. I don't like that sound. That could be a puppet. That groany sound we're hearing, I don't think that's an animal. Oh, here we go. This is why I got spooked. Let's get a little bit closer and take this puppet down. This is going to scare the wildlife away, these puppets. Well, that was a bit tougher, that one. Took 2 shots. Oh, I can hear another one. Oh, crap. That must have been the one that spooked the boar, because that puppet was literally right where that boar was when it ran off. I'm hoping that's going to be it for puppets in this area, you know, to be honest with you. It's quite hard to find the wildlife here, and we had a boar, but unfortunately that's run away. I don't know if we're going to be able to track that down now. I'm not seeing any tracks around here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here. Just got to move slow and steady. Keep our ears open. Listen out for those cues that the wildlife give us to let us know that they're there. In an odd way, as much as it's quite peaceful being out in the woods, it can also be quite spooky and chilling at times as well. Especially when there could be a puppet behind a tree ready to eat your face off. You know what I mean? What is that? I can hear something over there. Oh, is that a chicken? It is. It's a chicken. Alright, I'll take that. A little bit of chicken's not going to do us wrong at all. Don't think I'm going to use the rifle for this though, because it'd probably explode shooting it with that caliber. Ooh, crack out the handgun. I mean, I could probably get it with my axe or something, but I don't want to get close and it runs off. There we go. Alright, let's butcher this chicken then. Why is my guy using his axe when he's got a kitchen knife in his boot? Absolute savage. Alright, so what we can do is we can chop that chicken up into smaller pieces of meat once we're ready to cook it. There's definitely lots of mushrooms around, but as I've said, we've already got quite a lot of mushrooms back at camp. And I don't want to fill up my inventory space with mushrooms when hopefully we're going to be filling it up with a shed load of meat. We definitely need to keep looking because we need a bigger animal. Oh, there's some cold winds coming in. Wind's picking up. That's going to increase the wind chill. It's going to make us cold. Well, I think if there was to be any other wildlife in this area, we've probably scared them away with the gunshots. Again, another downfall to not having a suppressor on your guns. Yeah, my guy's started to feel chilly now, so I think what we should probably do is we should probably set up a campfire, cook up this chicken, get some of this goodness in us, and then we'll crack on after a short break. Alright, so we ate all that chicken and just decided to rest up for a little bit. I think the reason why my guy's not getting as much goodness from the food is because straight after we're eating, we're just running and just not digesting the food properly. So after we ate that chicken, we just decided to lay down for a bit. But break's now over. We need to continue the hunt. Well, there's definitely no animals around here. We're going to have to move through to the next area. What's that there? I think that's a puppet. Yeah, it's a puppet roaming. Alright, well, that puppet's far enough away from us to not have to worry about using a shot on it. It's not in our way. Again, we don't want to be scaring away any wildlife that might be in this area with the rifle. Let's continue tracking for these animals then. Oh, what's that? It's another World War II bunker by the looks of it. Oh, we've got puppets here. He's not spotted us yet. We've already searched a few of these. I don't really want to go off track from what we're doing. I think we should continue just hunting and not worry about this. We're okay for ammo at the moment. I doubt there's going to be anything in there we're going to need right now. We need to stay focused on trying to track down some wildlife. So we're going to move away from this bunker and through to the next woodland area. Yeah, I can hear puppets screaming up there. There's likely to be more than one. And again, we don't want to be shooting unnecessarily. We're going to be scaring away the wildlife. Oh, I've got wolves. They sound quite close. Yeah, I think we should probably try and go and get these guys. I think this rifle would be good enough to take these wolves down. And although the meat from wolves isn't great, it's better than nothing at this point. I can't see any movement yet. Yeah, sounds like they're a little further up. Oh, not now. Stupid Scum TV robot filming me. They want to catch a little bit of the action. Let's try and get a little bit higher. Oh, they're really close. There we go, I saw movement. There we go, yeah. Job done. Whew. Well, I'm hoping there was no more than two. I guess we're about to find out. And I can't hear any more. Alright, let's butcher these two up then. Take their meat. So what we can do with this animal skin is we can actually go into crafting, and there is one of these water skins, improvised water containers that we can craft. And we did still have some improvised rope on us from when we made our improvised camp earlier. So you only need that, a sewing kit, and some hide from an animal. This means now the next time we go to a water source, we'll be able to fill that up with water. Gives us a decent amount of water. We can hold up to 15 uses in that, which is quite good. We're also going to make ourselves a little trophy wolf hat. We become the wolf. Very cool. Alright, let's butcher this last one and then we'll move on. Now I'm hearing more wolves. I think they can probably smell the meat, so we're gonna move away from this area now. As I said earlier, wolf meat isn't great. We don't really want a shed load of wolf meat. I mean, our rucksack now is almost full. We just need to try and find maybe a deer or a boar, because that meat's so much better. Oh, what's that? Oh, here we go. We've got a boar. Nice. That's more like it. It's going to have a decent amount of meat. Alright, let's butcher this boar then. I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to dump off some of the wolf meat. Make space for the boar meat. The boar meat's going to be much better. Once we finish chopping down the torso, we'll have a look and see how much meat we get from its main part of the carcass. Yeah, you see there's 10. There's 10 in that. Only 4 in the wolf meat. To be honest with you, it might be a little bit too greedy for me to take all the meat anyway, and it's gonna go off. So there is food degradation in the game, so it will start going rotten. So even if we was to fill up a storage box with a load of meat, it's not going to last very long. So we might as well take the better meat that we're going to get more from now, cook that up, get more sustenance from eating that than what we'd get from the wolf meat. So I think once we've finished chopping up this boar, we're probably going to head back to base and cook some of this up. Right, so we've got a pack full of meat. It's time to head back off to base, which is actually quite a good distance now. We've travelled quite a good way to find this meat, but we got it, which is good. All we've got to do now is make it back to base alive, cook it up, and we're good for at least a few days. Oh, is that a puppet through there? Yeah, it's a puppet, and it's in our way. We're going that direction. You have to take this one out. Yeah, there you go. Oh, we got another one. Yeah. Oh no, there's one more behind the tree. Where is he? There he is. Whew. They're like hiding behind trees, these puppets. Hoping there's no more. It looks pretty clear now. Ah, there is another one right over there, but that one's far enough away to avoid. Alright, anyway, before we was rudely interrupted by these puppets, let's head back to base. It's barbecue time. Okay, we made it back to camp. Let's get this fire set up and we'll get cooking. Alright, so we've got our boar meat cooked up now. And we're going to rest up in camp here. Get up our calories and rest up. I think in the next episode we will be checking out a nearby bunker that I spotted while we were out looking for wildlife. So this brings us to the end of episode 4. If you've liked this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Watch this space for more pure survival, and I'll catch you guys on episode 5. Thanks for watching.